Test. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everyone. House of Pisces X Night Horde season number 2 on the way. Today we're gonna have Before You against NOVACORE. It's gonna be a best of 3 series for the lower bracket. Losers are gonna be moving on. I mean, not losers are gonna be out of this tournament, and winners are gonna be moving on to face the winners of Fiends and Bloodhounds. You're going to notice that we do have Fiends and Bloodhounds scheduled for today, but we just don't know if the teams have time to play. Honestly, we are close to the end of the tournament. We don't really have that many matches left, and we have some issues with disqualifications. I think a lot of teams are playing it too lightly. They're not finishing their series. They're just leaving. Maybe there's no incentive to play after taking a 2-0 loss in a best of 5. I can understand it could be emotionally hard, but for us here as the host, trying to create some value content for the people, it's just a little bit disheartening to see that this is how things are. But nonetheless, we will try our best to make things happen and turn things around this time around. But it is going to be Before You versus NOVACORE today here. Pretty strong team coming out from both sides here. I actually, we've been watching Before You kind of battle it out against a lot of teams. They're the ones that actually took the upset going up against A77 with multiple members of C9. So, and they're able to do so with the Moskov pick. So it's quite interesting to see them ban it out this time around. The side of this is going to be wrong, huh? But yes, top side is going to be NOVACORE. Bottom is going to be Before You. Before You also came quite a long way to reach this point. They played against A77 and won. So actually 2 huge upsets for them to get to where they are at currently. Oh wait, no, Before You is actually going to be the team that upsets A77. NOVACORE played against Before You before, won 3-1, and then lost against Blythe 0-3. So definitely in terms of the momentum coming through, Before You is definitely one that stands up quite tall. In terms of how they won, Zunko here played an amazing Moskov. Excuse me. Played an amazing Moskov yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? Either way, it was absolutely unbelievable. Make sure to go out and watch that match. Yesterday we did have GG versus Blythe, and GG kind of swept through 3-0. So we'll have to see how it goes. First phase ban for the side of NOVACORE, Fredrin, Nova, and Raphael. So playing a little bit more towards that oob strategy, with Novaria being the high priority mage after Louis is banned out. Solid. Definitely not something I am mad about. Hello everyone, Charlie, Looney Gaming, welcome. Side of Before You prioritizes the Roger here. With the style that Zunko uses with the Moskov, I actually would somewhat recommend going for like a Natan. But the Roger is still one of the best gold laners at this moment. They do pick up this Arlot. Haven't been able to see the Arlot kind of in action for a while, actually. Even today when I was casting in the international stage for EU and Turkey, they are playing their like last semifinals. I think leading up to a representative that gets sent to like a Snapdragon finals, and they're pretty much doing their region conference there, and I didn't really see too much Arlot. I did see some, like a lot of Faramis, Novaria, Fredrin gets Prio, Yuzong, Roger, all there. Dino here coming out with something flashy though. We don't see the Leslie come out, and Yuri here coming out with a Fanny. I just have to say this. I did see a Fanny come out and play, and it was up against a Novaria Terizla. I think this was MPL MY, Myanmar, and the Fanny got blown up. All I can say. You got absolutely blown up. But, you know, we don't know how it's going to go. Before You definitely has the momentum behind them. Able to take A77 on a victory run. And the side of Nova is fresh after a loss going up against Blythe. So, momentum-wise, definitely in favor of... Definitely in favor of the side of Before You. As we head into the Land of Dawn, this is going to be game 1 between Before You and NOVACORE. Early Retribution getting shot off there. Not scared at all whatsoever. You are my goat, Charlie. Thank you for being a fan. Appreciate it. All these little things do help. Faramis taking a little 1 versus 2 should be fine towards the mid lane. Arlot is gonna have quite a bit of damage early on. You know, recently it's all about having control over the mid. If you look at some of the heat maps is pretty much how players move. Oh no. No, yeah, not that much damage. Shiro should probably look to go into for a small invade. Look at the damage already early on here. Shiro just... Yeah, I mean... This is going to be hard to watch if the Fredrin is going to be able to take this one and this second camp right here. He's already almost level 4, so definitely has the potential. Do know Fanny has the Retribution available. He might look to retry that camp. Just a little bit too late. That would have been quite the advantage if you were to do so. Oh! Boop. Boop. He dead. There's no way he dies here, right? Oi! Oi! First blood. Going in the hands of NOVACORE. Not something we really want to see here. Let's be honest, right? You know, Fanny getting first blood early. He was able to take this camp to get his level 4 with the Retribution, but in no way he had enough energy to kind of deal the damage that he was looking for against the Raphael. And let's take a look at some of the items. Just want to see, yeah, the Raphael didn't even have defense, and you know, the Fanny kind of was just taken out by surprise here. Looking to farm up just a little bit more, potentially getting onto the bot side. Has his blue buff, so everything is going to be free. Gold lead still going slightly into the hands of NOVACORE. Oh my gosh. Do we have the Fanny skin? I mean, do we have the Mikasa skin though? That's what I'm trying to see. Nope, it's gonna be an aspirant Fanny. Y'all see the new Harriet skin though? I saw the new Harriet skin. That Harriet skin is fire. I'm noticing like they make a lot of collector skins in Mobile Legends. Like it's either they're like blonde blue eyes. For example, like Esme, Lu Yi, blonde. Valentina, blonde. Or they have this like Chinese, Japanese. And it's more Japanese, like holiday theme, kind of like the Veil. I think Veil, Valier are both like that. Ooh, final slash coming through here. The stun followed up onto Ying here. Gets the drag underneath Shiro for the tower. Doesn't really do much here. Shiro has full stacks, looking to engage just a little bit more. Stacks are going down though, and the blue buff spawning here. Black Dragon coming through from the backside. Shiro should be getting stunned and petrified. The combination lands through, and the damage follows from Shiro here. Reinforcements from the side, and NOVACORE does come through and ends up being quite okay for the side of NOVACORE. They did get the blue buff, so Shiro, I mean, for the Fanny, it's going to be a little bit sad here with no blue buff. Top side getting chunked here. What's your prediction for the grand finals? I mean, GG is up there. I think Blythe is really, really strong. Depending on today's match, if we're able to get Bloodhounds and Fiends playing, I think one of those teams might have the advantage. I think Blythe is also quite strong. But this match here is kind of like, it's kind of bloodthirsty coming out from both of these teams. Like, both of these teams haven't found the best success in NACT, and they're looking to, you know, prove their worth here, and I think it's quite important for them to move on also. So definitely it's going to be GG, of course. They're already in the grand finals. But I think it's either going to be Blythe or Fiends, maybe. Bloodhounds is also quite good. Emily, send love and support, guys. Share the link stream to your friends. Thank you. If this stream gets 100 views, I'm sending skin. Y'all heard it, guys. Emily is sending skins out to the crowd at 100 views. Oh my god, the Black Dragon pretty much is like a black pigeon at this point here. Fanny gets chunked out. The Faramis Nether Realm is there. The bonk gets set on the Fredrin here. Gets dragged underneath the tower. That's a double CC, potentially taking him out, but no. The sustain coming out from Nova Ash just a little bit too much here. Fanny, of course, with the cutthroat, doesn't have enough energy to be able to do so here. It's still quite a very aggressive game coming out from both teams, looking for dives, but no mistakes yet so far, besides the level 4 gank on the Fanny. Hair skin is so cute with the Japanese theme. I want GG to win. He's my Pookie Bear. Nice. I wish your Pookie Bear luck. Final slash coming through from Ying here. He should try to get for that disengage, but there's plenty of members coming out from the side of Nova. A 5-man siege onto the mid. Now potentially the Rogers should be able to get a little bit of a push, but actually the side lanes of Before You actually have already done a great job pushing the outer towers down. So in terms of macro, I really have to give it for the side of Before You, although they did end up losing the mid. You know, that was a 5-man siege mid. The rotation, you know, you can even argue that NOVACORE getting the mid is just a lot better than losing the both side lanes. But Fanny able to finally get their first kill off of the board. But the reinforcements coming out from the side of Nova is going to be devastated. Faramis gets taken off the board, and Zuko just running for his life. Take a look at some of the items. There's not much defense coming out from the side of Before You. Honestly, I mean, the game that they won, the game that Before You won against A77 that really turned the tides was when they started playing this 5-man small comp, 5-man stretch, where each person had the ability to kill. And just taking a look at this comp, right? Everyone on their team does damage. It's not a utility jungle where he's waiting for the marksman to carry. He has a Fanny available. He's almost looking to engage onto this. Shouldn't really be able to do too much, especially going against a Terizla here. Pookie Bear is Zia. Bless your soul. Zia is a handsome Pookie Bear. NOVACORE here, playing a little bit more traditional, right? Raph, Fredrin, not necessarily, even the Terizla, not necessarily looking for the kills, just kind of setting out in front. And they're just waiting for the Navaria, waiting for that Leslie to get the poke that they need to be able to do the damage. So a more traditional comp versus the 5-man small comp, 5-man stretch comp. I actually was able to see a team that pretty much runs just like Before You in the EU championship, and it's quite refreshing. They did end up losing though, but Flame QT gets taken off the board. The Black Dragon was not able to be used here underneath the penalty zone CC. Trizla is one hell of a hero, my friends. It is very, very tough to deal with, and provides so much value for the team. Yuri here getting his blue buff denied once again, but Before You was able to trade a top outer tower. Is that worth? Could be worse. He could get his blue buff denied and no trade coming out from Before You. Almost a retribution coming out from Yuri here. There was no retribution, and the team fight is available. Before You looking to clash onto the backside, but the sustain a little bit just too much. NetherRealm is there, gets popped here, and members of Before You have to look to disengage. I think the penalty zone is available. Does miss Zuko here with the Lord marching down. Now Before You have to find a way to defend this objective, and I don't know if there's anything that they could do now. Dino actually does so much damage. Look at the snipes coming through. The Lord marching down. It's only the first Lord, but the siege continues for the side of NOVACORE. There's just so much damage, so much poke coming out from that Leslie. The final slash with the flicker. Ying with a great set, but the counterplay coming through. The killing spree coming out from that Leslie. Fanny does get shut down by the Leslie here, so a double kill here. The side of Before You looking for a little bit more. The members are quite low. Look at Dino, look at Shiro, Emma. Everyone is just one hit away. The Raja had the potential to go for some more, but I don't know if he's able to get through the armor and the shield of Shiro. 2 war axes though, being getting built up for the side of Before You. Roger war axe. I don't know if more burst on the Roger is something that I would be looking for. There's 2 types of build with the Roger, right? The on hit like this, typically maybe they go for like, I don't know, Berserkers, BOD. Oh my god, the Fanny. That's what I'm talking about. And you can also go for the on hit Roger, right? Where they go for something like a Corrosion Demon Hunter sword on hit, right? So 2 types of build. This time around, I think on hit may be slightly better just because I don't really see Before You's late game. Like, how are they going to deal with the Trizla? How are they going to deal with the Fredrin? And I think having a Demon Hunter sword are able to do so, right? This stream gets 100 viewers, I'm sending skin. Dude, if this viewer gets 100, if this stream gets more than 100, I'll double whatever Emily's sending. Come on. For sure. Absolutely for sure. 63 overall, 6k gold lead, 12 minutes in. The gold lead's not too far apart for the side of Before You. Have some hope. You saw some greatness coming out from Ying here with the flicker final slash, displacing 2-3 members. They have to kind of line that up with Flame QT's Petrify, right? If they get a final slash into a Petri knockup, and the Arlot should be able to get like a zoom 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 zoom, like a 6 slash through, they get 3 members. Like, I think that's a possibility, right? Fanny, if he's able to do Fanny things, picking off that Novaria pretty much every opportunity he gets. They are looking for the Trizla here, potentially going out in a 4-man penalty zone reverse coming out. Disengage should happen for the side up Before You. Oh, the Fanny gets caught out. Unstoppable for that. Leslie picks off Ying here. Nova is just looking for the next kill, and for the side of Before You, scrambling right now, trying to find their way home. I just noticed, guys, my voice is going to die. I can't keep this up. If I keep this up tomorrow morning, I'm fucked. Absolutely effed up. Still got another Snapdragon series. I think it's only one game though, but you got to keep it calm. Got to keep it calm. Look at the Leslie though. Look at the Leslie. Oh my god. Too much damage to the Black Dragon coming through with the final slash. Holy Baptism tries to get the stun locked. The Roger coming in from the backside does get one. Looking for the second one. Potentially Zuko does get chunked out by the bonk here. There's still a lot of damage coming out from that Leslie. Looking for a little bit more. But Dino does not get at the side of NOVACORE. Getting this bot tower potentially looking to back off a decent defense by the side of Before You. But a greater offense coming out from NOVACORE. Take a look at some of the items here. Bada bing, bada boom. Y'all enjoy the items. Sad Fanny. Sad, very sad Fanny. 3 items. Yeah, the gold lead is quite immense, and he's not even willing to look for the split push, which is actually quite interesting. I would imagine this is a free lane to clear. Maybe the side of Before You has a different strategy though. Like, the advantage of having someone so mobile is that they should put the Fanny on the far lane just exactly like this and potentially try to get the split push and split the pressure going, but the penalty zone coming through hits onto that Roger. Fanny needs to go back. Now it's only a 3-man unit underneath the tower. The petrified knockup hits the Raphael, but I don't know if that's the right unit. They get the Nova. Yuri gets the Nova here. Oh, that's so crazy. That's exactly what the Fanny needs to do in order for them to get back into this game. Now it's a 4 versus 4 defense. A front to back with an assassin. A front to back versus heavy dive, right? And we just have to see. I think definitely the priority target has to be the Leslie. If the Fanny is able to pick up the Leslie, it's going to be huge. And almost felt like he was able to do so. He popped the wind. Pinned it pretty good. Feel bad for this Fanny. Can't even get her blue buff. Yeah, it's a sad Fanny in my opinion, but it is nothing that they've never been through. Like, you know, that's the thing when you pick Fanny. Hey, I mean, I love Fanny. Not gonna lie. Fanny, one of my favorite heroes to watch. But just in this meta, though, she's just not too great in terms of the pressure, right? There's plenty of options or plenty of times where Fanny is great. And maybe during M5 or maybe during M6, they buff Fanny here. Man, what's going to happen? Is GG going to go for the M series this time around? Flicker final slash onto the top side. Focus is on that Leslie, and Leslie's a little bit low here, but the damage is coming through. Oh, Zuko, no, he gets taken out. Godlike for that Leslie here. Now 2-man defense as Leslie does chase here. Yuri misses the cables, is going to be taken off the board. No, he doesn't. He survives. The Leslie does take off that fair miss here. Fanny looking to go for a little bit more defense, but the double kill going out. Looking for that maniac and a potential savage. No. Oh, no. I can't believe it. NOVACORE able to get this victory here, 1-0 in the best of 3, putting Before You on the chopping block for that match point. Take a look at some of the statistics, but just know Dino has been doing God's work here. We'll be right back for game number 2. Just kidding. Just kidding. We are going straight into game number 2, but I'm taking a minute break. Y'all enjoyed the draft. Bob.
Sniper ready. Give me a target.
Your team is banned.
Y'all enjoy the draft. Give me a minute.
See value in me?
Your team is
You
banned.
should.
I, Minotaur,
Your
will
team
finish
is
off
banning.
what was left undone.
Magic is my life.
Your team is banning.
Guys, I just want to say this. Please, please spare my voice. Spare my voice. I have important events coming up tomorrow again. I don't know if you guys know, but I've been casting the Snapdragon today. It was like a 5-hour shift with Wheezy and Private. A beautiful, beautiful show. If you guys missed it, definitely go out and watch it. One of my I don't know, like, it's been quite hype to cast a lot of these shows, and you know, it's super fun. Super fun. Charlie says GG Nova, almost savage. Yeah, they played a great game here. Let me check just to make sure if we do have another game after this. I do hope we do. Updated time 7:30.
Your team is picking.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Sure.
Still swords run deep.
I don't know what this means, but I guess I'm playing chess. I guess we're playing chess. So it's going to be NOVACORE against Before You best of 3. And then we're going to have Fiends versus Bloodhounds at 7:30. So actually some good news, right? Some good news. We actually get to finish all our matches today, and you know, it's nice. It's nice. 7:30.
Is ticking.
Fiends versus Bloodhounds. Very pog. Then best case scenario here, we get this to game number 3. We get this to game number 3, because if not, I have to figure out how to entertain you guys for 30 minutes.
3,000 worlds.
I don't know, maybe I
Single worthy foe.
play chess for 30 minutes or so.
I see lots of prey.
Your team
I'm not sure if that is exactly what needs to happen, but hey, man. Either way here, game number 2 for NOVACORE and Before You. It's a best of 3 series. So if NOVACORE is able to get this victory, then Before You is going to have a tough time here. Now, Moskov and Harris still banned out. Zuko still going for that Raj. I think something like a Natan would have still been more fitting for Zuko's style. I'm not sure if he has practiced this, but the Angela does get picked up, and Shiro actually is going to be able to pick up his Ling for the first time. We haven't really seen Shiro be able to play this Ling because it always gets banned out. But hey, it is going to be available now, and it's going to be a double heart guard, right? Emma is on the Valentina, so we should be able to steal using the IMU for that heart guard. Might be some trouble here. And Nova, Ash, you know, traditionally he's been liking things like the Tigreal, and the Minotaur, but the Minotaur gets taken off here. He's opting to go for a Grok, something a little bit different. The Nana gets banned out here. Quite interesting, because we've definitely seen Nana do quite well against Valentina, and maybe that is going to be the option that Emma does not really want to face into that mid lane. So see, Natan gets taken off. Natan is available and on the board. It could just be that Zuko wants to deny that Roger pickup from Dino. Maybe Dino has been practicing it, but I expect Dino to play that Leslie once again. He had a good game in game number 1, and I think he's looking to continue to go ahead with that pick. But second phase ban is just out there. Both teams looking for their last bans here.
The falling stars brought us here.
Your team is banning.
Nova taken off the board. Decent response here. Still think the side of Before You is lacking in terms of the frontline department. So something like a Terizla is a possibility. Terizla Edith would most definitely be something I would like to see. Pack Edith could also be a possibility. I just think Edith, or maybe Edith in the XP, add some sort of magic damage and have, I don't know, Yuzong Edith. I think Yuzong Edith would be nice. Double knock up, have the Yuzong in the XP, Edith and Angela at mid. Kind of an old school combination that could have a lot of potential, right?
Chivalry is dead, and I
Your
will
team
revive
is
it.
picking.
Stand firm, strike hard. My motto is that simple.
Masha, wow. Masha, Angela on the mid here. The setup Before You is quite lacking in terms of the magic damage. The pack and the XP is quite good. Fast rotations. If Ling looks to split push, pack has a way to deal with him. But I am a little bit scared of the Clint. Dino has been doing quite well with a lot of these untraditional marksmen. Last game, he had the MVP with the Leslie. This time around, he's trying to prove his point with the Clint. Very, very high in terms of burst damage. Has the ability to get away from bad situations with the second skill. Has the ability to build quite a bit of armor. Like, if he wants to go for armor boots into a Thunderbelt, that is something that is absolutely not uncommon. He could go for a brute force, not a brute force, but antique or dreadnought to defend against the Masha and the pack and the Martis and even the Roger, right? So, you know, this game, expect a lot of dreadnought. Expect a lot of dreadnought. Expect dominance, armor boots here. I think Before You really lacks in terms of a mixed damage for magic and physical, but nonetheless here this is going to be the draft for game number 2 for both of these teams here. NOVACORE versus Before You. NOVACORE 1-0 already on the board, looking to close out this series, versus Before You is trying to hang on to dear life, proving that they are worthy to continue. Welcome, guys, to the land of dawn here.
Smash them. All troops deployed.
It's nice to see the assassins come out to play, though. I don't know if you guys agree. Ling, like, very, very nice. A little interested to see why we get this skin, though. Like, I don't know. Whoa. Cameraman, hello? It's giving me motion sickness. If this is giving you guys motion sickness, y'all should see the Snapdragon camera. Sometimes it's quite wild, man. It was a great event. It was a great day yesterday, though. A great day this morning. Looking to see if we get a little bit more. Interesting rotation coming out from Shiro, looking to deny a green camp already from the start. The March is actually jungling quite well here too, but the vision coming out from the Grok is giving the Ling pretty much the ability to just, yeah, see, he gets the denial away, and now he's looking to farm up his own camp. Should be able to, yeah, oh wow. Show with the great strategy here. Top side, Zuko is doing quite well for his lane for himself here. Martis potentially looking to go for a little bit. And the Masha isn't really going to have a significant impact. I'm not sure if they actually... Oh, the damage coming out the flicker should be popped. Zoop! Gets decimation off here. A very strong opening for the side of NOVACORE. Again, with kind of like a 5-man small comp, they just really like damage. Everyone just having the ability to kill for themselves. It's a very, very good strategy if executed properly. There's definitely potential for the meta for that, right? For example, Beloyski, when he was in Onyx PH, loved Natalia, loved you know, the Kadita. Same thing with Onyx ID, right? For a period of time, they were running like Keyboy on Kadita. There we go for the Masha, for the damage roams. And it worked out quite well. And even nowadays, a lot of the support roams like Matilda is somewhat considered 5-man small, especially since some don't really like to build defense anymore. They go with Book, Flask of the Oasis. So it's like 5-man small, not for kills, but just very sustaining, very ability focus high. Erica got to be careful here, though. She may get picked off. Yeah, Ling is just right on top of her. The stun coming out from the Grok, just a little bit too much to handle. Double kill coming out from that Clint, looking for just a little bit more. The Grok does get shut down here, but Ying is going to be on the next one here. It does get taken off right here. Zuko going to be potentially that third one. The Martis on Emma. The decimation did come through. She didn't get the resets off, but she's still holding on to that Martis. I like that. That's right, cool. And NOVACORE now with the turn around. They were down 1 kill, but now they are going to be up 3-2. And look at the denial coming out from Shiro. Assassin, jungle. He's quite happy right now. No problem at all whatsoever. And yeah, let's take a look at some of the items on the board. Berserkers started for the Ling. Masha, rapid boots into potentially the anti-heal item. Zuko topside does pick up the Wind Talker, so still going for that burst build with the endless Wind Talker. Valentina, potential anti-heal first item. Kind of crazy that we're seeing mages potentially go for anti-heal first item. That just means maybe Grok is potentially not building dominance, potentially going for a blade armor, which I want to disagree here. I don't think blade armor is the right decision. I would love to see something like a dreadnought here. The Masha going on top of the Grok. I don't think that's going to be the right decision. The Angela, though, does come through with the decimation reset. They potentially come out for the turtle flame. Looking for that flicker. Does get the knock up onto that Valentina. Should be able to get that, no problem. Looking for the Ling here. Does not get the decimation coming off. And members have to retreat. But a huge winning moment for the side of Before You. Able to get some wins in some of the small skirmishes here. 4-4 overall. Gold lead still in favor of NOVACORE, but still decent job well done by a decent response by the side of Before You. Oh. Well, I was wondering if... Oh my god, the iframe coming out from Zuko. Quite nice here. Potentially looking to shut down Nova, Ash. They are going to be able to do so, but the Ling coming out from the backside should be able to take care of the Wolfman with no problem. A 2-for-1 traded. Roam and Marksman traded for just Nova, Ash. So the side NOVACORE is going to be quite happy there. Quite content with the small trade happening. Esmeralda. Boom, falling Star Moon coming through. Does get the shield up, but disengage is coming out from both sides. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. I'm just interested. Both of these teams play quite untraditionally. I know Nova love the Assassins, and Assassins have its meta, but I do believe in a lot of the international stage, most of the teams are still going for the utility style. But I also have to say this though. Oh my god, the damage coming through. I saw a huge Nolan in EU. I saw it get played once and it got banned out every single game afterwards. So maybe those guys know something about Nolan that we don't know, but dude, like Nolan is huge over there in the EU. Definitely want to see you guys try that out. The wild charge coming through from the Grok hits 3 members. The turtle does go down in the hands of Nova. Yeah, I think Shiro, if you tried out the Nolan, you might find something spicy about that assassin. That might be a better assassin than the Ling, because Ling we didn't really get to see too much playing in EU this time around, but Nolan most definitely gets banned out. Tempest Blades coming out from Shiro here is able to pick up that Angela from the backside. Martis gets taken off a little bit before that, and decided Before You able to siege onto this mid side. Gold lead 6k. 8 minutes in as it just completely widens. Now that NOVACORE pretty much have the momentum in their favor, looking to close out this series. Let's take a look at some of the items. Interesting build by the Esmeralda, opting to go for a Oracle first. Dominance still getting built by the Grok, and anti-heal first item paired up with the book for the Valentina. So still very utility focused from the mage. It could be that there is quite a bit of magic damage coming out from the Esmeralda, so maybe the Valentina is not so pressured to build such high damage. On the other hand, Before You still opting to go for their 5-man small comp. Masha, all damage, every single one of their members just going straight for the damage here. It's good in a sense, but traditionally, especially nowadays, the most common comp is a front to back. The most common comp is a funnel, and the knockup's coming through. Look at the Martis just unable to move underneath the tower, man. The knockup coming out from the Tempest Blade and Wild Charge. Was it like a 1-2 wombo combo? The Martis just went down. Even with the Heart Guard available, no bueno. Nothing that the side of Before You can do to get out of a situation like that. Maybe Diggy. Or maybe a tank. But again, Nova playing a little bit more traditional. We call it kind of the funnel strategy, right? Valentina, Ling, Clint. They're waiting for their members to group up together to get the team fight that they're looking for. They're waiting for their damage to be set up just like this, right? Look, Grok is going in now because the Ling has the potential, right? That's more of a funnel strategy. But the 5-man small just means that everyone has the ability. Ying should really look to punish that Ling. Yeah, don't let him walk underneath your house just like that. The wild charge does come through, and the Ling is able to get away here. But with the Lord marching down, the side of Nova is going to be down a single member. But can they still defend this? I am not sure. The Masha really has to find the correct target here. Please look for that Clint. Look for that Clint. He is so low. No, he is already on the second bar. He's just going to get chunked here. No way. Yeah, they have to look to disengage here. Oh no, the 3-man Ying is going to get taken off the board with no problem at all. Tempest Blade does get popped here, so Shiro, without that insurance available now, 4-man onto the tower, does pick up Zuko on that pack, is able to get one onto that clip. That's going to be a pretty high priority target here, right? No marksmans for the side of NOVACORE just means that just means that before you should have a much better time defending underneath this tower, but they still have to work things out. They don't have kind of a direct response to kill the Ling. 4, 0, and 6 is what he's sitting on. And I've played Masha before. I really do enjoy the Masha versus the Ling matchup, right? Tempest Blade goes down, great. Masha can get the first hit off. Tempest Blade, he tries to gather his sword, great. You have the ability to just decrease your health and get that cooldown up and running. But Ying here, maybe NOVACORE is just too strong of a Ling. Maybe the snowball is just a little bit too heavy, but you know, 12k gold, I could see why the impact just isn't significantly there. But NOVACORE here, great game already. Looking to close out this series. 12k lead, 12 minutes in. This is a steamroll if I were to ever see one. Zoop! Oh my god, 3-man wild charge coming through with the stuns here. Tempest Blade follows with the hard guard, looking for a little bit more. Able to get one. The tower is looking to go down, and NOVACORE able to close out this series. 2-2 zip against Before You. NOVACORE 2-0 here. Able to get this victory. Dino again with the MVP. Let's shoot the data across the board. 41% damage, so 100% team fight participation. Well done, Dino. And guys, we are going to be back. I'll probably set up another stream. I'll hop in probably in 30 minutes. I don't know what I want to do, but we'll just have a 30-minute timer in between. Guys, we're gonna be right back. 30 minutes until 7:30, where we are gonna have our match between Bloodhounds and Fiends. We're gonna be right back. Hello, 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 world. Back in business? Back in business here. Welcome back to the House of Pisces X Night Horde Season 2. And this is the second half of our stream. It's finally here. The second best of 3 series for our lower bracket semis. Winners are going to be moving on to play NOVACORE in the next series, which should happen on Monday. And the losers are unfortunately going to be knocked out. So a very important match coming out from both of these teams. Fiends versus Bloodhounds, something that we've actually seen before during NACT. This is quite a common match. So, you know, it's going to be a tight series coming out from both of these teams. Pretty excited to see what they bring on to the table. Let's take a look. On the side of Fiends, we will have Pro Destroy, Ricky, Magic, Chirobani, and Avery. For the side of Bloodhounds, we got Ooga Booga, Shiroyuki, Templis, R, and Bokarosco.
The night sky tells all
Bokarosco.
is banning.
Some interesting bands already on the table. The Fanny Respect coming out from Fiends. You know, I would actually imagine that with the Fanny player themselves, they would actually let it open and see if they can find the counter towards it, right? Yes, Zero loves the Fanny pick, has an extremely high win rate. But there are things that the Fanny just isn't that good against. I feel like things like the Fredrin, the Akai, Terizla, Ruby, Edith, you know, just name a few, especially the ones with like a duo CC, is so hard to deal with. And,
Your team is banning.
you know, it's interesting that we don't get to see that this time around. But Fiends coming out with a pretty interesting roster. This time, no Kohari. Instead, they're going to have Ricky coming in as the marksman. What's up, Mad? Welcome. He's got the popcorn. He's got the huff and puff with the Christmas tree. And of course, you know, I don't know what that means. Maybe someone out there does. I most definitely don't. But yes, welcome guys to the stream. Fiends versus Bloodhounds now. Game number 1. Harith gets taken off the board. I just want to let you guys know that new Harith skin, man, oh man, so hype. I low-key want it. I low-key want it. High-key want it. I think it's a great skin. Anyways, Esme gets taken off. Respect, another respect ban towards Zero there. The fair miss, respect towards Boka. So 3 target bans coming out from the side of Fiends, allowing quite a bit of availability in terms of open draft. Like the Fredrin that gets picked up early here. A good response in terms of the draft. They could pick up the Yuzong. They have the ability to pick up the first marksman. So Yuzong, Moskov could be potential. They could also pick something like the Natan, the Roger, if they're looking for that. I know Shiro potentially might pick up the Dairoth. That might be coming in a little bit later on in the game. Other things that they could pick up, something like the Novaria. Right, the jungler is already a sustained jungle, so they could go kind of far range there. Novaria Edith could also be an option there. The Angela gets picked up here. Potential Ling. We might see Ling Angela. No, well, it's still not bad. Brad's is quite good. Seems like Tempest wants to take this into the XP lane. And Fiends here with a huge and fast response. Going out with a Vexana. Which quite honestly, I've seen Vexana do so much work today already over in the EU scene. Everyone really likes to pick this hero up. And, you know, unfortunately, in North America, there's a lot of people that do play quite well with this. Last series, we didn't really see too much of this Vexana action. But I do know Chiro is quite good with this Vexana. And the Vexana is an absolute beast at mid. An early Florin to deal with the sustain coming out from that Angela is going to kind of put the hard guard in an interesting situation. Typically, when you have the hard guard, you're sustaining against a lot of the units, but these units are going to be caught quite hard when they have to deal with the bloom coming out from the floor and a global heal instead of a single target hard guard. So in terms of the sustain ability, team fight wise, advantage does go for Florin here. Shiroyuki picking up this Moskov. Now, I'm almost certain that Shiroyuki is going to be fit into the jungle position. The Moskov does get picked up by the side of Bloodhounds here. Looking to ban out some of the marksman's pools. I'm expecting a Roger to be taken out here as well. So for the strong marksman gets taken off the board. This is why I feel like the Florin may be just a little bit too early. Not many teams look to ban out the Florin. I do know Fiends love that hero, but just not many teams like that. They still often ban out some of the XP lanes. I feel like Yuzong is going to be huge for the side of Bloodhounds with two stationary, both a mage and a support, right? Vexana, Florin doesn't really have the ability to dash out, so Yuzong could be a huge potential in the draft. Other things like the Edith could take charge at mid. Edith can also work for the side of Fiends if they opt to pick that up. There is also potential for, let's say, like a Pac Benedetta. I don't really believe that this Barats is going to go into the XP. I think the Barats is quite good in the jungle position. I like it's taken out, so potential Roger being let through. But we all know Ricky actually is a very strong marksman player. I had the chance to play with him for quite some time, and he's very, very good at specific picks. I know each season he tries to grind up something global. I'm not sure what this time around he has in his pocket, but something like the carry, the Claude. I know back then he used to play a lot of Leslie and Melissa. When I picked him up, he was like a Melissa god, like #1 or something. Nolan respect ban. I like this. That was a potential pick coming out from Shiroyuki. Nolan has had such a huge impact in terms of the EU side of things. It was literally banned out every single game, and the second that he was open, he was picked up and they won with Nolan. We were able to see why the Nolan is so good over there. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it's translating over into the North America scene. Ten seconds on the board. Second phase ban already over. Oh,
Your team is picking.
a Carmilla. What? I think it's going to be a Carmilla Rome, Angela mid. A Carmilla Rome, Angela mid, Barats in the jungle. Bloodhounds here with a huge flex. Right? I think it's going to be Carmilla Rome. But there's also potential Carmilla jungle, Barats, XP, Angela Rome. So they could slot in a mage. They could slot in an XP. They could probably potentially even slot in a jungle. And yeah, they could slot in the jungle too here if they're looking for, which honestly would not even surprise me here. Whoa, 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 what is going on? Ricky is going for the XP lane as Xborg, and Avery is actually going to be taking it in the marksman position. This is a very interesting difference now. It seems like they are switching up the roles. Yeah, this is actually quite exciting here. The last flex here. Place your bets, my friends. I think they're going to slot in a XP. I think they're slotting an XP. They could use a little bit more magic damage though. I think they're slotting it. Maybe a Sicilian. Ooh, a Sicilian Boca. Sicilian. No, no, Zero. Why are you picking the Alucard? No, I want Boca to play the Sicilian. Why? They could have had a Carmilla jungle, Sicilian in the main mage role with Ooga Booga playing the Angela, which he likes to play. Oh my god, where is the Sicilian? We want Boca on Sicilian. Riot. We riot. Game number 2, or game number 1, guys. Between Fiends and Bloodhounds. As we head into the land of Dawn, this is going to be best of 3 series. Losers go home. So this is an elimination match between both of these teams here. Welcome to the land of Dawn. Hello, Anamol. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you showing some love and support in the chat. Let us know who you guys are rooting for in this series. Yeah, Mr. Shiroyuki on this Alucard, something that he actually knows. And oh, a double buff start for the man. Man, he is quite spoiled here with a double start. And there's no way Ooga Booga is going to be just soaking up the damage here. Oh my god, Prince Zero doesn't even take that small camp. Schmack. Pro Destroy honestly is not that far away from the buff here. But Zero is going to be definitely the first one that finishes it. Yeah, it's not even going to be close. Retribution coming out here. Early Heart Guard does connect with the second skill of Boca. Not the Heart Guard, but the chain. Oh no, the Alucard comes in. Should get the Womp 1-2 combination. Pops the flicker of the Vexana. So definitely going to be a priority target in terms of the next objective coming up for Shiroyuki. If they could get onto this Vexana, it's almost a guaranteed kill. Ooga Booga coming in from the backside. Does get the stun up, but Avery should be quite safe on the top side. No aggression coming out so far from either of these teams. But the damage of Shiroyuki is going to be quite immense magic. Shows himself. Does see Zero up there. Fiends also have Pro Destroy on the side. So it's a, you know, they're able to get that trade. But the top side, Avery's definitely going to get shoved in. He's going to lose out on a few minions here. But the mid here, Boca, flickering away. It does connect onto the stun. Potentially in a very bad situation. The bonk coming through. And the first blood for the Alucard. I thought there was going to be a little bit more damage. But I think Churro missed that first skill. Not hitting the Alucard might be huge there. And Bloodhounds here able to come up on the very first kill. Take a look at some of the item baths. Armor for the Brass go up against the X-Borg. Oskov potentially going for that Trinity. Same thing with the carry going for a Corrosion Scythe, I'm assuming. X-Borg, I think it's going to be the War Axe that gets built up first. Vexana potentially going for that anti-heal. Ooga Booga? Oi? Bonk? Bonk? Oh, the 3-man! I don't know what the ultimate name is called, but the ultimate coming out from that Carmilla. Dude, it's like Blood Moon or something. Let me look this up. I'm pretty sure it's the Blood Moon. Ooh, Bratz looking for that charge. The expert coming out from the backside, potentially bursting Shiroyuki. In that process, Chirobambi is going to be able to pick Zero up there. And members disengage. A good retribution coming out from Zero, but Fiends come out on top in terms of that kill. I'm pretty sure it's like Blood something. Curse of Blood. Curse of Binding. Curse of Blood. Curse of Blood. Top side. Let's go. Chilling in a pretty good position, huh? Pretty good position. Look at Ugabuga onto the top side here. Anti-heal built up by Churro. Next team fight with internal guard is going to be quite annoying to deal with. Especially since the eternal guard is going to just deal that anti-heal up against the Angela and the Alucard. And interesting, the Bloom is on Churro Bambi. It's not on Pro Destroy. Seems like they have a very interesting strategy. Typically, the Bloom is going to be on the jungler or even the marksman for the late game potential, but seems like they want to funnel a little bit more onto Churro here. Bot side though, Alucard, Last Insanity does pop. Ricky should be able to get away onto the bot side. Oh my god, the damage coming out. Fredrin onto the backside of R is able to get the taunt off, but doesn't get that second spell up. No connection on that, allowing Moskov to walk away freely there. Bang, bang, bang. Or axe being built. Corrosion on the carry. Looking to go for either a golden staff or a demon hunter sword. The anti-heal magic pen boots is actually a crazy build for the Vexana. Lots of damage. And I really like the anti-heal so early. Pro Destroy should be able to get to this buff on time. The stun is going to be available though, so Ugabuga potentially going to use the Curse of Blood here. Gets a two-man set. The ultimate does come through. Moskov potentially coming into that team fight. Pro Destroy has to retreat, but the Curse of Blood was just connecting for such a long time. Fiends fall here. Magic and Pro Destroy gets taken off. Side of Bloodhounds able to grab up that objective, putting them up here, and just letting you guys know the last time that these two really met up in NACT, I believe Fiends came out on top. But now, oh my. Bro, what? Ricky? Little bit of a desperate move, I want to say. But again, Bloodhounds didn't have that much success in our last NACT, and this time around, they're holding it quite strong. This actually, you know, if they win this, they're going to go up against NOVACORE. And I think traditionally, Bloodhounds do win against NOVACORE. So it's going to be a very strong matchup. Potential Curse of Blood, Curse of Blinding, Curse of Blood coming out, but no. Ugabuga holds on to that spell, playing quite well with Carmilla so far. Even having the Vengeance available to just stop a lot of the burst damage that Fiends has to offer here. Oh, the Nom Nom. Detonan's welcome coming through. Ricky getting chunked a little bit low. The Bloom does land here, but just not enough sustain onto the top side. The X-Borg ends up taking off the board here. 3K lead, 6-3, 6-2 is the overall. And all the outer towers have already fallen here. It's allowing the side of Bloodhounds to, really take control over the map. This is where the gold lead is just going to widen significantly. It's 4K now. In a few more minutes, it's going to be like 6K. And by the time we're 10 minutes, it's probably going to be 8K. And that's when Fiends is not going to have too much ability to come back. Free buff. Great zone control by the side of Bloodhounds. Not really overextending, just making sure they have enough units up in the front. They didn't even need the Moskov. Ours just happily farming on the opposite lane. Let's take a look at some of the items here. Oh my god, the cleave. War Axe, Antique. The War Axe Dreadnought for the Barats here. Angela has the fleeting time into the Flask of Oasis. Quite nice. Moskov building his last Demon Hunter Sword anti-heal already on the Carmilla. Bloodhounds very happy with their situation right now. And Fiends here. X-Borg having the War Axe and brute force is going to be quite nice here. The last Demon Hunter sword is being completed by also Avery here, so he's gonna be quite happy in that marksman position. Even the Vexana has, you know, the glowing wand into the anti-heal, so he's gonna be quite happy there as well. Necklace of Endurance. So, you know, both teams have completed quite a bit of their core items, but again, Bloodhounds with a slight lead should be able to just deal a little bit more damage here. The Fredrin actually hasn't been able to complete a single item yet. He's still kind of going for that Guardian Helm, which I actually disagree with that build now. I really encourage most of the junglers to go for the brute force build. If you look at a lot of the MPL regions, brute force has been widely used on Barats, Fredrin, Basha, and you know, the movement speed provided for it is huge, and also gives hybrid armor, so it's quite nice. But nonetheless, a good early game transition into that mid for the side of Bloodhounds. Curse of Blood coming on, but does not land. The stun coming out from R is able to pick up the Fredrin with no problem. The zoning coming out from the front side, and the flicker with R on the back side does get taken off. And a little bit of an overextension in the hands of R, kind of going for a little bit too much underneath the tower, but they're able to push Fiends back here. 2 Fiend members down. Bloodhound should be able to get this objective with no problem, with no retribution. Ricky potentially almost got it, but no. And now the carry gets completely trampled over. Oh man, oh man. 3-man blood, Curse of Blood coming through, locking on the members of Fiend here. And Bloodhounds quite content with the recent challenges. Able to get the objective with no problem. Minimal loss, only R fell. Yes, you know, the marksman is something. Oh, potential team fight coming through. Moscow potentially coming out using that Blade of Destruction. Able to pick up that mid tower. The Brass does get taken off, but R doing tons of damage. Takes out the Fredrin along with 2 of the members. Now they are on Ricky, and the side of Bloodhounds trade 1 for 3. The Brats does fall here, but in exchange, they're able to grab up this mid tower, potentially going for more. Are on the base already. He does not care. He is just going for the heart guard coming through, and they're just shredding all the minions. Ricky gets taken off. The immortality is down, and all the minions are on the base. No! Great game coming out from Bloodhounds, able to take the very first game. 0 Alucard actually goated. Dude, you guys want 0 to play the Alucard. I wanted Boca to play the Sicilian, and I don't think we're gonna get it. I think Boca's just gonna be playing like soft mages that don't require a lot of MS if he is still on vacation, which I know something to do with Canada. But this is going to be the MVP for 0 here. This is the statistics, and guys, we're gonna take a minute break. Should be able to get you guys on the next game ASAP. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gents, welcome back to the House of Pisces X Night Horde Season 2. This is going to be a best of 3 series between Fiends and Bloodhounds. Fiends down 1-0, and this series is on the edge of being eliminated. And Bloodhounds here, quite happy. Game 1, quite convincing. Even with so much target bans on 0, seems like the side of Fiends were still unable to slow him down. Now the Angela gets taken off the board. I'm just going to assume that the Fairness is also going to get taken out here. What are they going to put Boca on? That is the question of the game here. The Fanny gets taken off. R did pick up the Moskov. We did have a Carmilla. Alucard, little bit interesting. The Brats did get taken up, so I really don't know what's gonna happen in this draft. Bloodhounds has always been that team that goes for out of the box pick, not so standard. And you could say the same exact thing for Fiends. Both teams out of the box draft. Very, very hard for me to decide what goes where and how.
I, Minotaur,
Your
will
team
finish
is
off
banning.
what was left undone.
True love is like blood.
Your team is picking.
Magic is my life.
Your team is picking.
R. Woo. Woo. Fanny, Carmilla gets taken off the board. Potential Faramis, I think, is going to be a high priority for the side of Bloodhounds here. But R is going to pick up one of the best gold laners out there, right? The Harith gets taken up. Does leave things like the Moskov, the Roger, the Natan.
The end of one.
Oh. Wow. Wow. Faramis. Dairoth and Faramis potential. Wow. The aggressive and mind game plays coming out. Now this Esmeralda does not go unpunished completely. There's a chance that Fiends may be like, I'm gonna put this Esme in the gold lane. I'm gonna go against the Harith. Right? I think that would be really, really smart. And maybe try to find something like a Paquito to go up against the Dairoth. Maybe a Chow. I know traditionally they like to use a lot of CC and stuns up against the Dairoth. And see, yes, Boca comes out with a high priority pick. It's a little bit unexpected that the Esmeralda came out so extremely early. I would have liked them, Fiends, to pick up maybe the Faramis, Fredrins, I knew was going to be a high priority. But now it gets quite interesting. The Dairoth gets shoved against the Esmeralda. I want to see if Fiends decides to switch the Esme into the gold lane. The Matilda is a great pick, but this does leave some holes in the draft. Bloodhounds should be able to ban out some of the marksman picks that they don't want the Harith to go up against. And for the side of Fiends, they have to look maybe banning out Zero once again. And Zero is a very hard person to ban out. You just saw the Alucard come out and play, and Alucard is not a hero that you could really ban out traditionally. You don't even know it's coming.
Lots of prey.
Your team is.
But yes, they did take Zero's Esme. Alucard is going to be available. What other picks can Zero go?
Make the whole world
Your team
green and
is banning.
lively.
Zero can play the Akai. Zero can play the Barats. He can play the Ling. The side of Bloodhounds do lack in terms of the CC. They do lack a specific front. They have the utility of the Netherrealm, but is that going to be enough to take them into the later stages on the game? That is going to be a question that Bloodhounds really have to find a way to answer here. Bloom, the Florin gets taken off here by Fiends. And Bloodhounds left with the last man here.
It's time to go to the RT show.
Lilia gets taken off the board. Chira's not going to be having that. With the Valentina ban, I think things like the Novaria could be potential. Even the Vexana, which I think could do quite well. But the heavy dive coming out from the Harith and the Dairoth may just make Chiro rethink about going for somebody else potentially. Even an Odette could provide some sort of value, but Fiends are still lacking in terms of the physical. Maybe the Benedetta comes out and play. You know, I've seen Chiro play the Benedetta before. He did quite well on that. Let's see though. 3, 2. It's an Exia. They're going to put the Esmeralda against the Dairoth, the Exia against Harith, which we've seen before in NACT. I guess the Exia does outrange or may potentially even outtrade the Harith. I'm not sure how that matchup works, but it's definitely something I want to say either Ricky or Avery is quite content picking up against the Harith. Bloodhounds now with a few decisions. They could go sustain against the Matilda like Raph. They could go the Kufra anti is like a set against the Matilda. They could go for the Hylos, which is great against the Esmeralda. And it's going to be a Hanzo. Bloodhounds here with an insane draft. 3 heavy magic coming out from Boka, Art, and Ooga Booga. 2 heavy physical. Not much in terms of hard CC, but lots of slows. Right? Hylos, a lot of slow paired with the Glorious Pathway. He's going to be super fast. Dairoth, super fast with the first skill. Just dash. The second skill, she get those 2 dashes around. Boka also has the second skill. Harith also has the dash, and also Hanzo. So they're just going to be extremely fast here. Side of Fiends here, looking to go for the Kadita. I think the Kadita could be a solid move, but they go for the Odette. I don't know how I feel about this. I kind of predicted, hey, maybe the Odette could be a potential here. I was casting a lot of the EU tournaments, and we've seen the Odette come out from time to time. Even in North America, the Odette has some strong showings here. Even Hoon picked it up for himself. But I did not expect the Odette to come out like this. You got to be kidding me. Game number 2 between Fiends and Bloodhounds. Welcome, guys, to the House of Pisces here. This is going to be a death game for the side of Fiends. If they lose, they do get, they get shoved off the tournament. On the other hand, for the side of Bloodhounds, if they lose, they have one more match. So this is going to be up to Fiends on how they are going to be playing this match here. Cast your votes, support your teams. Let me know in the chat who you guys are supporting for in this series. Lots of surprise pick coming out from both teams. Ooga Booga here. Oh man, being the annoying horse just takes a look, and man, the fast clear speed from Shiroyuki is just wild. Bonk, 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 bonk. No way. Nah, he's just gonna get the little green camp. He's gonna go num 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 num. Bonk, 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 bonk. Oi! The retribution does go in the favor of Pro Destroy, so Shiroyuki actually able to pick that one up. No. Pro Destroy is actually going to pick that one up with no problem. Shiroyuki actually ended up having to waste his Eaton. A small advantage for the side of Fiends. And honestly, you know, that's like 10 seconds wasted for the Hanzo. Fiend's going to be quite happy. Look at the clear. Fredrin already got this camp too. Now he's going back there. But Hanzo is level 4. Looking at Chirobami. Does get the pull back. But no connection on that kill. That was a huge play. Coming out from Boca. And yes, guys, Zero doing Zero things. Are you guys surprised at all? Like, I feel like this is something, it's just really hard. If Zero can find a team that allows him to play just like this, the bomb coming through, but the Revitalize is too much sustain for the members of Fiends. They're able to get away with the Matilda Airlines. But even just taking a look at the team fight, it's going to be quite a hard draw. And what? Ricky is winning on the XP lane. The flicker does come out. Ricky is going to get first, but I have barely ever seen an Esmeralda win against the Diremoth matchup. But Ricky is completely proving otherwise. And the kill on the top side, Avery able to take out the Harith, looking for Boca. Oh my god, Fiends winning on all sorts of fronts here. Boca probably going to get taken out here. Oh my god. The comeback of game 2. Fiends not only are able to take the objective, they take 3 kills above Bloodhounds early on, pushing them into a 1.5k goal lead. Huge game. Huge opening for the side of Fiends here. And another kill onto the boss side. What is going on? I'm sorry, guys. If I'm getting too excited. Oh, wait. I actually can't be screaming anymore because I have a huge tournament coming out for tomorrow. So excuse my half screaming, half quiet casting. But either way, I hope you guys enjoy it. 0-4 advantage for the members of Fiends. Let's take a look at some of the items here. 2 steel lake plates already for the side of Fiends here. Quite standard across the board. The corrosion is actually already built up on the top side here, and Avery potentially taking a 1 versus 2 situation. The missile barrage pair up with the bomb coming out from the Fredrin, just too much to handle. Fiends here with a beautiful opening. They don't even know Chiro is here. Oh no. Bong, 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 bong. Oh my god, the connection of the Matilda to there. This is just so crazy. The ball comes through and Ooga Booga falls near the blue buff. A huge opening for the side of Fiends here. 4 minutes in. 4k goal in. I can't. I don't know if this is expected, guys. You guys saw game 1. The domination of Bloodhounds. And now we're at game 2, and it feels like the momentum of game 1 just did not mean a single thing. Fiends up 8 kills, playing it perfectly across every single lane, winning in every case scenario. The flicker coming out from Templars here, but Ricky pops the flicker, has the dashes available. Matilda gets away with no problem, and now Bloodhounds have used Shiro's ultimate, not on the objective. Another free objective for Fiends as they even take out the mid tower. The rotations, the macros are just too crazy for Fiends now, winning on all sorts of fronts, playing extremely perfect. Is Avery going to be able to take this too? Oh my god, the damage. Oh my god. That is crazy. Giving the Harith and winning the Harith, not using the Esmeralda. They had the Diremoth against Esmeralda matchup, and Esme won that matchup too. Tempest ulting Natalia. Look at Fiends coming out. The Swan Song doing so much damage. Killing spree for Churro here. What is this coming out from Fiends? It is so huge. And the rotation of 4-man dive onto Templars here. Oh no. Boom, Fallen Star, boom, boom, Templars with the stun, with the snare, is going to be taken off the board. A perfect tower trade and a monster kill solo onto the top side. Avery's able to take out R. There he's 0 and 5 members of Bloodhounds just completely falling left to right. Avery is 6 and 0. Huge game coming out from the side of Fiends. Unbelievable. Oh no, he's got what? That Matilda low-key kind of funny. Churro Bambi here getting chunked down. Is going to be a shutdown. Is this going to be a turnaround for the side of Bloodhounds here? They do get the blood. They do get the godlight for Avery. And also the nether realm does get popped here. And the ultimates are being traded by both sides here. Fiends looking to reconnect onto Boca. Does get that kill. Next one on the chopping block is going to be Ooga Booga. They are going to get that. No problem at all. Legendary gets popped. 2 kills. Death for the side of Bloodhounds here. Looking to get Shirayuki. Avery, little bit in a bad position. He's so low. Where is Templars? He's on the backside and he chooses to run here. The sustain coming out from the side of Fiends are just a little bit too much. Even with Avery down, he just gets his health back. Now looking to push onto the mid side just a little bit more. The Swan Song coming out does pop 0 here. Churro with such a great, and the missile barrage flicker picks up the Herod, looking for a little bit more. Fiends unbelievable in this series again, looking to take out Ooga Booga, and he does get the double kill. 7.3k gold lead, doubling pretty much almost every single member of the side of Bloodhounds here. Avery going crazy with the XZL pick. And another mega kill, 20-1 steamroll landslide, a demolition. Completely disruptive, one-sided, unbelievable match for the Fiends. I can't believe it. I cannot absolutely believe it. I always talk about working overtime and getting a huge series on the board, and we finally am able to do so. Such a back and forth come out from both of these teams, but it's not even back and forth. It's a dominating performance. Avery here potentially looking to get caught off here. He has legendary and he should be taken off. Oh my god, Magic, you are crazy. And Shiro's on the backside here. What is going on? I'm going nuts here. They do end up getting the Lord, but Avery in a 1 versus 5 situation takes Matilda Airline back into safety. I can't. I'm done. This is too much, guys. Yeah, Fiend's cooking. Fiend's cooking a whole meal right now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable how perfect they're playing. 12k gold lead, 10 minutes. This is something that we haven't seen before. And another kill off the screen. That's a 4 versus 5 now. Look at 0. They're not even going to be able to get anything. Avery's just like, yeah, hit me. Doesn't matter. This is not a Luminous Lord, and Fiends are looking to end the match now. Ooga Booga does get the stun off on Avery. That's a lot of damage actually onto Avery, but Ooga Booga is going to be able to sacrifice his life. The flicker does come through. Templars in a great position, gets the shutdown on to Avery, but they put so much resources to get Fiend's marksman. I think that is honestly a solid choice. They're able to find that shutdown, and now without the marksman, Fiends should not be able to look to push out R here, looking to grab up some more kills on this Herod without the Zenon's Force. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do so. Fiends, yes, Avery did end up falling, but look at all the outer towers. They all fall. Fiends looking to try to grab up a little bit more. I don't think this is the right decision. They need to back off. If they don't back off, shutdowns are going to be happening from both sides of the angle, and the Swan Song coming in, and the bonk. Oh my god. And another kill follow-up. Fiends, they don't even need Avery. This is the most craziest thing I've ever seen before. They're completely showing why they are the top dogs of the NACT. Dominating Bloodhounds once again here. We are going On to a game number 3, ladies and gents.
Story.
Oh my lord, Fiends coming out ahead here, 1-1, tying in the overall. A great draft, but a better performance and execution from the side of Fiends MVP, going to Magic with 85% kill participation. But Avery and, I mean, dude, every single one of the members did quite amazing. Guys, we're going to go on a quick 1-2 minute break. We're going to be right back for game number 2. Ladies and gents, welcome back to the House of Pisces X Night Horde Season 2. This is going to be the best of 3 series between Bloodhounds and Fiends, and it is tied. Elimination game, and it is tied. I thought Bloodhounds coming into this series with a dominating Game 1 performance was going to outperform the young team of Fiends here, which is the first time in an ACT versus like Bloodhounds has been there for like 3, 4, 5 showings. But the side of Fiends able to overcome, and I do see some R fans in the chat. Well, I hope you guys have a good time over there. But hey, man, anything can happen here. Fiends with a dominating performance in game 2 was so convincing, and they weren't even scared when Avery was out of the team fights. They were just like, yeah, hey, take it slow. Let's bait them here. Typically, a lot of the disciplined teams, without a marksman, they're not really looking to push. They would just disengage and rinse and repeat. But the side of Fiends here, knowing that they have such a huge gold lead, they were able to just convincingly win these team fights. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are tied for a game number 3. I hope you guys are hyped just as much as me. I've been casting around the clock. I think I started my cast today at like 7 a.m. in the morning for Snapdragon, 8 a.m. in the morning for Snapdragon, and now it's 8 p.m. and I'm still casting, guys. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe. We're constantly leveling up, doing better. And after this tournament, we got some exciting things coming up. I hope you guys all support us, because we hope to go quite far for the North American community and bring you guys maybe something potentially different, potentially something a little bit more consistent. So we'll have to see how that comes in. We do have the bans on the table now. Matilda gets taken off the board. I like that. Matilda was so annoying in the last series. Definitely something that they're looking for. And a meta coming out. A little pocket pick potentially coming out from the MWI series. The Esmeralda gets first pick. This is something that we've seen that was quite common in the Women's Invitational. And quite honestly, it's such a strong and flexible pick. It can go onto the mid side. This is from my manager, by the way. This can go onto the mid, onto the XP. Potentially, you could even flex it in Esmeralda Gold going full damage. And there's also the jungle position. So Esmeralda, a very versatile pick. And with the performance of that last game, where typically Esmeralda does not do well against the Dairoth, Ricky was able to outperform Tempest in that XP role. And that just proves the value that Ricky can bring in the XP. Oh, there is no possible way. So Shiroyuki decides to pick up the Barats, which I think it's okay, but I like the Fredrin a lot more. Although the Barats gets banned out more often in North America and even in specific regions, I really do believe the Fredrin is the stronger pick. I want to see both of these jungler build up to the brute force. I think that's such a strong brute force, and for the Fredrin, maybe brute force Oracle, double 20% cooldown, potentially even going for the Thunderbelt later on. For the Barats, brute force into whatever tanky damage, or I mean, I would say tanky items, but knowing Shiro potentially going for that War Axe and brute force. The Fairness from Boca, quite standard, right? We've all pretty much seen Boca play the Fairness quite well. So it's not something that's absolutely surprising here. Avery going with a Roger pick up here. It's so interesting that the side of Fiends here, they have switched so much roles since the last time that they were at NACT, and even before that, these are members that came from AO. Those you guys don't know, AO was in the previous NACT before the one that happened in spring, and they did not do so well, but Fiends this time around pretty much picked up and went even further before actually, end up going ahead in terms of the rankings compared to the Bloodhounds. But are here now picking up the Exia himself. Whew, the mind games, and wow, the Louis gets passed through by both of these teams. Louis is a very high pick priority in terms of the mage position, and I'm actually quite surprised to see that the Louis gets completely ignored in the first phase. Fiends, for me, the Louis could be picked up instead of the Esmeralda. I like the Roger and Fredrin, but definitely Louis could be picked up there. Now, for the side of Bloodhounds, of course, Louis I think is stronger than the Fairness, and quite honestly is a significant counter towards that. But Fiends do not opt to pick that up. Instead goes for Esmeralda early to deny that pick away from Zero, which debatably is quite interesting. Yuzon does get taken off the board, potentially warranting another Dairoth pick from Tempest, but I don't think he's going to be going for that again. Maybe something like a Pack. I know Pack is not too great against the Esmeralda, but can have the potential to out-rotate the Esmeralda. Benedetta could also be another option, but I'm not sure what Tempest wants to go for. You could also go for the Terizla, which I think maybe fits Tempest's style a little bit more, adds the CC that Bloodhounds needs. I think that's going to be the pick that Tempest is going to be looking for. So, Bloodhounds. Probably a Terizla. I don't know, Terizla Hylos, Terizla. I don't know what Ooga Booga is going to pick. Bellaric. Yeah, there's no way to tell what Ooga Booga plays. Maybe the Kufra. Terizla Kufra. Or maybe Terizla Raph, I guess. I can't guess. I don't think anyone can guess what Ooga Booga wants to play. But I think Tempest should go for the Terizla. Fiends, on the other hand, they are missing a mage and also a... oh my god. There's no way it's going to be Estus. They're going to go for the undead strat. I don't know. Anyways, Fiends here having picks. If they do pick up the Estus, I do believe it's going to be an Odette coming out from Churobam. We had a great Odette game in the last one. And they are still looking for a roamer with... Oh, the Florin actually is available for both sides to take. I know Magic, I think, is going to be quite happy with the Florin if they're able to get so. So potentially Bloodhounds look to deny that. I don't think the Estus is going to go through. This is elimination game for both of these teams. I don't know if I want to. Kohari says, why the webcam's so small? What's good?
What was left undone.
Happy? I'm just kidding. because this is not about me. This is about these beautiful players. I could make the webcam bigger. I just didn't add a webcam into the screen on this time, but maybe for our next tournament, we'll have a webcam back up again. But thank you for supporting Kohari, and a little disappointed we did not see you on the squad today. Tempest though, going for a Minotaur, something that I've actually oversaw. I mean, not oversaw, but you know, forgot about. The Minotaur is a great roamer. Definitely something that they should keep in mind. And the pick going for Florin here. Very nice. Florin, you know, Fiends definitely used this pick quite well. In game 1, it didn't really go the way that they're looking for, but this time around, maybe it's going to be a difference here. Churro, though, on the other hand, is going with a Farsa. So it's going to be a range versus range for the Exia. I'm not sure if the Farsa is going to go so well, considering there is like potential for CC. And the Nolan gets picked up here. Oh my god. This might be a mistake for the side of Fiends. Those of you guys that don't know, I've casted the Snapdragon this morning, and every team banned Nolan. In EU, Nolan is the only viable assassin jungle, and the tip-top teams in that region all play Nolan. So it gets taken off the board every single game, and to be able to see it now, you know, back then, a week ago, I would probably be like, yeah, Nolan, you know, I like the Fredrin pick a little bit more, provides a little bit more utility, yada yada. But quite honestly, the Nolan pickup that I saw, he did tons of damage. He was so fast and agile, able to get in and out so quickly. Now, in terms of the objective, it is still going to be in the hands of Fredrin. But in terms of the jungle speed when it comes down to mid and late game, in terms of the snowball potential, and honestly, the kill pressure, which I think is the most important part about Nolan, he can go into any lanes and get a kill quite easily without the help of anyone here. But guys, game number 3. Thank you, Kohari, saying that you're just here to see me. Appreciate it. But we're here for the match. Game number 3, and an elimination game coming out from both of these teams. It is going to be NACT Fiends versus NACT Bloodhounds. We're going for a small pause early on here. Let me take a look. It's going to be a small pause. I think our pause is like 2 minutes. So guys, we're going to be potentially right back if Bloodhounds is able to let me know. Then we'll see. We'll see here, guys. We'll be right back. And here we go, my friends. Game number 3, the final game between two NACT powerhouses, Bloodhounds and Fiends. Yeah, expected. Bloodhounds having a faster rotation. Concussive Blast on the Minotaur paired up with the Faramis is going to give them quite an easy lane early on compared to you know, the Farsa, which pretty much has a solo clear. They do have the Florin, but the Florin's not gonna provide too much pressure on the mid. You can see Florin's kind of just standing in the lane, and you know, he's not gonna be able to do too much. Oh, huge retribution come out from Pro Destroy. 2 Fanny mains going up against each other. Two young bloods. Zero though, low key, you know, he's gonna get old one day. And I know Fiend, I mean everyone's gonna get old one day, but this is the time to shine if they want to go for a professional career. The flicker gets popped early by Boca. One utility down for the side of Fiends. The Fredgen just creating a little bit of a headache for the side of Bloodhounds early on already. Turtle coming up, 10 seconds. Take a look at some of the item build pass. Gold lane, Roger, slightly down in terms of the gold. XP quite even on both of these sides. Gold lane quite even at the same time. Jungle even. Roaming even. So just a tiny bit, maybe like a 1-2 minion advantage for the gold lane for the side of Bloodhounds. Ricky potentially in a pretty bad situation. Is so tanky, gets pulled around like a piece trash bag in the winds, trying to start again, and the Farsa ultimate comes out for zoning. Ricky here with a huge purify. You have to understand the amount of CC and displacements for the side of Bloodhounds. Ricky could have popped the purify at any moment of time, but he chose to pop it on the detonant's welcome coming out from the Barats, and that led to him being alive. I thought Ricky was just a gold laner, but now I'm definitely changing my mind. In the bonk coming through so much damage. The turtle does go in the favor of the side of Bloodhounds here, but the Netherrealm and the figure getting popped out. Ooga Booga should be taken off. The Farsa ultimate, I have no idea what it's called. Something what? Feather airstrike. Farsa ultimate feather airstrike. Oh my god. Good performance though by the side of Fiends. Although they did lose the objective, they were able to pick up a kill in the meantime. Advantage though still for the side of Bloodhounds here. I'm excited to see how this Nolan performs, because quite honestly there's a lot of good teams that play this Nolan quite well. And Zero definitely is somebody that I would expect them to play a great Nolan. Same thing with Shiro from the other game. Ricky. The Purify gets popped again here. Ricky and the Bloom hits, and he sustains out of that team fight. Damn. This dude's one tanky Esmeralda. Yeah, he is. If it was me, I would just get popped. Feather airstrike. Thank you, Looney Gaming. Oh, the burst! This is what I'm talking about. The Nolan is so huge. Has the potential just to get kill pressure off anywhere in the map, and now he's looking to push on to the mid side. He's going to get a little bit of gold. I don't think Pro Destroyer is going to get too much here. The Barats is quite tanky. The figure does get popped here. So, you know, 1-1 overall. Bloodhound's still up in terms of the gold. But, you know, Fiends followed quite shortly behind. Uh-oh. No way. The bonk comes through. Ooga Booga actually gets chunked quite low here. Potentially looking to disengage. Has the heal available for a little bit of sustain. And the Brats is coming out from the backside here. Esmeralda first to show up in this fight. Feather airstrike looking to zone. But you're going to see Shiroyuki should be able to get the retribution coming off. And he does get the retribution off. The Netherrealm does come through from Boca. But it seems like he will be sacrificed in this case. The bonk 200 ching in the hands of Pro Destroy. 4-1 overall, still even game coming out from both teams. But y'all see the quickness of Shiro, bro? Quickness of Zero, man. He just zoop zoop gets the stun knock up and, you know, just gets the objective with no problem. I talked about how I felt like the objective actually goes in the hands of Fredgen, but every single time seems like the Fredgen's getting stunned, or Ooga Booga is just doing a great job zoning the Fredgen away, right? Let's put it like that. Ooga Booga puts his body on top. He went for a Hail Mary Minon's Fury did not really care if he was gonna die or anything. He just was able to, you know, get the knockup, and then Zero just came out with the retribution. So great play coming out from Zero. Bonk. Oh, the flicker coming out from Magic here. Oh. Take a look at some of the items. Bratz going for full defense, Radiant first item into dominance. Minotaur quite poor. Doesn't really have too much going for him so far. The gold lanes just farming up both 4.5k gold here. You know, this is a much better and even game coming out from both of these teams. If you look across the board, pretty much there is no gold difference. You know, XPs against XPs are doing quite great. Gold lane against gold lane, they're doing quite great here. The turtle being bursted by the side of Bloodhounds here. I don't know if Fiends is going to be able to make it in time. And a clean, objective, absolute, no contestation, potentially even just out of position by the side of Fiends. 7 minutes in. Uh-oh, Ricky going for it again. Pops the Purify quite early. Yeah, that's not a great position to be in. He pops a Purify to get vision of 4 people. I think Bloodhound is quite happy with that trade. But the Brute Force coming up here. I'm wondering if Fiends is looking for the Brute Force. No Brute Force on the Fredrum. So still going... I feel like it's a little bit more traditional. It might bring out a little bit more damage in terms of the Molten Essence, right? It stacks up just quite better. But honestly, I mean, I just like the Brute Force. A lot of people do, and, you know, I may be wrong. The Burst. Yep, that is the Nolan, guys. He just deletes whoever he sees. This is exactly how it felt like when we were watching the EU game. The Nolan just deletes the mage, deletes the tank. And I mean, in this case, the tank is not really a tank. The tank is a healer, and Shiro should be deleted. I mean, Ricky should be deleted here too. So that's 2 kills going in the favor of Shiro on this Nolan. It's going to be quite a bit of trouble as we head into kind of like this mid to late game. 10 minutes already on the board. Majority of the players, especially the carriers, are going to go into that 3-item power strike, right? Nolan, looking for a BOD potentially. That's going to be quite greedy. I think the Sea of Halbert might be a potential. Nolan's Fury does get the flicker off onto that Farsa, paired up with the Missile Barrage, is able to clean things up onto the backside here. Fiends caught lacking here. The Nom flicker by Templates is able to connect onto Pro Destroy here. Bloodhounds with a 2-0 kill, completely dominating and out microing the side of Fiends in that team fight. The Lord should be going down. I don't think Ricky's going to be able to do anything. He does kind of get a little peek here, but shouldn't be able to do too much here. Does get tossed around like a piece of pancake, and he is still quite tanky here, but I think Fiends might have overextended here. They don't have the bloom, and yeah, Fiends unfortunately is not going to be able to find the kills that they are looking for. Ends up actually losing Avery and another objective. Seems like the Nolan is just a little too much handled right here. Nolan's going to do Nolan things with the fadeaway. Barely getting magic. Doesn't finish the job, but still a very, very strong performance from the side of Bloodhounds. Bang. Bang. Let's take a look at some of the items. Yeah, a lot of the mages just like anti-heal lately, right? Anti-heal on the Faramis, no anti-heal for the Farsa. It's actually interesting. The Farsa opt to go for a Bloodwings first item just for a little bit more mobility. I would have liked him to go for something like a Novaria. Might have provided a little bit more value, but I think Farsa may be a traditional counter towards the Faramis AoE CC. Ooga Booga here using the same tactic that the Odette was using in the game 2. Picks off Magic here. Magic completely caught out. 0-2 doesn't really have too much going for him. Just constantly getting hits left and right. He has the book available, so he's gonna be able to heal a lot, but that's at the cost of just having no front lines for the side of Fiends here. Pro Destroy caught very, very low, and Ricky's on the backside. Oh man, Shiro! Ooh! Almost tries to get Shiro Bambi there. And another Purify being popped by Ricky. You can hear like a little bird noise, like but dominating performance coming out from the side of Bloodhounds here. Yeah, the Brute Force gets picked up by the Akai. You also have the Brute Force on the Esme. Exia not going for the Golden Staff, but does pick up Corrosion, DHS. Kind of like a 1-1 build there. And BOD already picked up by the Nolan, so he's going to be doing tons of damage. Ooga Booga here building quite a huge amount of magic resist. Does have the photo. But Fiends here, not really in the best position that they could be looking for. Oi! Bloom gets popped just like that, paired up with the Feather Airstrike. Yeah, man, the Nolan is just doing work here. 2, 0, and 4. Highest kill participation paired up with R. That's 6 out of 7 kills for both the marksman and the jungle. That's something that they don't want to see, and Ooga Booga potentially might get taken off here. There is a photo available, so if he does heal up, the potential shield might get popped here. Ooga Booga, is he going to get taken off the board? The Netherrealm coming through, and the Flicker Minon's Fury does set up for a decent position. Esmeralda does get taken off, but the trade continues. Bloodhound's able to pick up Ricky in that situation. XP for a roam. I think they're taking that trade any day here. The stun on Boca, though, might have been a small overextension. Does get the Flicker out, and the Flicker on the backside here. Magic is able to get that one up for himself. Oh, Templess taken. You know, doesn't go anywhere here. 6-8 overall scoreboard. But the gold lead, though, 8K in favor of Bloodhounds. Oh, man. Comebackable? I don't know if they have what it takes to deal with the Exia Nolan. Like, the gold lead for Exia, like, dude, they are so rich. Especially the Nolan, bro. That's 4K above Fiend. That's 4K above Pro Destroy. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a tough defense. I mean, Fiends have AoE. They have, you know, the Farsa, Fredrin. They also have a on-hit Roger, which in terms of the late game potential, I think the on-hit Roger does provide a little bit more with the DHS and the attack speed. But for the side of Bloodhounds, the Nolan can pretty much just one hit. Ooh. Yeah, the Nolan is very, very hard to catch. 0 deaths, 7 out of 8 KP. Same thing with R, 7 out of 8 KP. Oh, tough situation. The side of Fiends definitely have to find a way to shut down R. Have to find a way to catch Nolan. They have to find a way to potentially soak up the CC coming out from the Minotaur and allow the Farsa to get some free hits. The Detonant's Welcome does come through. Ooga Booga has the Flicker available, so he may be able to get onto the backside here. The setups coming out from Bloodhounds, potentially looking for a team fight here. All 5 members are coming through. Ricky first on the engagement. The Feather airstrike does come through and the cancellation come out from Ooga Booga, but the shutdown coming out from Ricky is able to get himself quite deep here. Shiroyuki actually looking to kill, but it's not going to be the right target here. This might be the Fiends comeback that they are looking for. Oh, the Wolf comes in, a double kill going on for the side of Fiends here, and they're able to win this team fight quite well here. This is what exactly they're looking for. Looney, you talked about the comeback, and the comeback is happening right now. 8-8 overall, 5k gold lead, but Fiends winning in that last team fight. A huge IQ play, huge big brain play coming out from Ricky with the initiation. A lot of teams may be scared to go for that fight, but Ricky, man, oh man, definitely found the right target onto Art there. And they're able to get a feather airstrike onto the Nolan. So no objective going to be going for Bloodhounds, as Side of Fiends able to take that potential Detonant's welcome onto the mid. They're able to grab up the mid tower. Template's chunked quite low here, potentially looking for a little bit more. Ooga Booga is on the front side. They do get the immortality off Templates. Are we... Is this a comeback? I can't believe it. Hello? Hello? Nolan in a great position though, but oh man, this whiff. Uh-oh. Zoop, 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 zoop. The Farsa ultimate does come through along with the bloom to get that sustain. The photo is popped early on Bambi. So no feather airstrike coming out for this siege. But they're able to get the clear on the Lord. The Luminous Lord does not make an impact, but does not matter. Fiends open up the base now. 8-8 still overall. Potential look for a disengage, but Fiends with a breath of fresh air, having a potential comeback. You talk about the late game potential, and I don't feel like the Roger late game is better than a Exia late game. But a on-hit Roger with a Trinity build might be better than Exia. Like, I can actually might go head to head, right? Exia just a little bit more AoE, a little bit more immobile versus Roger, extremely immobile and extremely high solo DPS. Doesn't have that much tankiness, but can pretty much get away from Nolan as much as he wants to. Has ability to shred, and I mean shred the Minotaur, shred the Barats. And the feather airstrike from Bambi might set up quite well if Ricky is able to get the front line that he is looking for here. Roger actually picks up the anti-heal, the Blade of Heptases, which I actually, you know, maybe would have rathered a Great Dragon Spear for the extra movement speed. That would be interesting too. But ooh, 2 Blood Wings getting picked up. Look at the Esmeralda build, those 4 armor items. Dom Blade, Antique, Brute Force. Have you seen a chonkier Esmeralda than this one, guys? That is quite crazy. 3 Blood Wings in the side of Fiends. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Last game of the night, guys. Who do you guys think is going to win? Make sure to toss your predictions in the chat here. Is it going to be Bloodhounds taking over this game with the Nolan pick, or is it going to be Fiends coming out with a little bit more of a untraditional? I mean, both teams are quite untraditional. I don't know what I'm talking about. Lord is up. Seems like Fiends have the opening, but the damage coming out is already chunked here. Ricky doing so much work onto the backside. The Detonant's welcome does land here, but the Fiends is able to get the zoning that they're looking for. They might lose Ricky in the process. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, an XP for the roamer once again. But who is going to be worth more? I think it might be Ricky in this case because he's the XP, but Ooga Booga also has the ability, pretty much the only one that's able to cancel Chiro. Oh, Chiro! What? What? The predictions from Chiro. He saw Zero in the bush and he's able to take him out. That is going to be a free objective. Oh my god. I can't. This is why these games are tossing me out of my seat recently. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Bonk. 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 Lord marching down. Another Lord potentially wasted by the side of Fiends here, though. I don't see them connecting with anything here. Yeah, gone just like that. Oh my god, the Feather Airstrike does so much damage. If the Feather Airstrike is able to get onto one, but the Detonant's Welcome does land on to Pro Destroy. They have the Missile Barrage to zone away Fiends, caught in such a bad position again. They're unable to do anything in terms of the objective. They do get the topside tower, though. That's going to be quite huge. But just in terms of the overall objective, last time, oh my god, the Feather Airstrike is just doing tons of damage. What is she eating, guys? Does she, okay, yeah, Blood Wings, Pen Boots, Holy Crystal, Magic Pens into the Lightning Truncheon. Yeah, one hit from that. That's half HP gone for the Exia and for the Nolan there. A small push coming out from this side of Bloodhounds here, looking to try and find the rest of the members of Fiends, but they have all looked to recall. Oh no. What? Oh. Oy. They cannot fight this. They cannot fight this, but Ooga Booga is getting chunked out here. The Nolan with the pop off, but the fadeaway is not enough here with the Winter Truncheon. They were able to save Chiro, able to save himself out of a bad position here. And now they have quite a good surrounding for the side of Fiends. Dude, Zero went back. Zero is back out from the base. This is going to be a free kill. Boca, where are we going? Zero already went back into the base here. That's such a bad call. No, Bloodhounds. No. Oh my god, the Feather Airstrike. And the Falling Star Moon here. Avery getting chunked quite low. I think the side of Fiends have to look to disengage here. But Pro Destroy is going to be taken off the board here. Wow. What a fight. And the trade from Boca is so good. He died, but he is a fairness. He's able to just do so and come back straight alive here. Fiends, now they need to go back and defend. I don't think they have enough to do anything. A potential burst coming out. But no, Chiro looking to get into a better position for that Feather Airstrike is not able to connect here. And Bloodhounds with all the members available. The turnaround. I thought that Boca was literally trolling there by dying, but he just came back alive. He used that Faramis passive and abused it. Allowed the side of Bloodhounds to think, hey, they are down, but they end up getting that Faramis back out alive, and they were able to take out the team fight. And another death. 70 seconds on the timer here. Bloodhound should look for a 5-man push here. I think this is it, guys. I think this is it. I've said this is it. I've said a comeback coming out from so many times here, but I think this is genuinely it. 50 seconds. Lord marching down. Dude, that was a Faramis abuse. Mad. Like, Faramis died there, which made Fiends think that it was going to be a 4 versus 5 fight. And then Faramis with the passive just came back alive, and it was a 5 versus 5 underneath the tower, and Fiends just Oh my god. Oh my god. Boca's half health. This might be bad. I want to see how the side of Bloodhounds deal with the minions. Avery is going to be doing so much damage. I think the minnow has to dive against this Farson. Look at the damage. He is doing so much damage. Bonk. He gets R. Oh my god, R flickers out. The nether one does come through. And also the missile barrage, but is shredding the front line of Fiends here. But Ricky is on the backside here. Just 1 versus 3. Once again, the double kill pops off for the side of Bloodhounds here. I think this might be it. Boca looking to go in a little bit more, just not enough damage connecting onto their Fiends. Scrambling now, looking to see if they can just get a kill here, trying to find the defense. They potentially can look for it. The Chiro is doing so much damage onto the backside. It's not allowing the side of Bloodhounds to be able to get too much damage onto the tower here. Potential feather airstrike pops, does get the stun. Detonate's welcome does land onto the Farsa, but Templars does get taken off here. And Avery able to shut down the marksman here. Gets 2, looking for the 3rd potential. Oh my god! Bloodhounds take this. Oh, this is so close. It almost came back. The side of Bloodhounds able to grab the victory in the final game for tonight. 2-1 as Bloodhounds move on to face NOVACORE on Monday. Congratulations to Bloodhounds staying in the series R with the MVP. Nice try for the side of Fiends. And wow, what a wonderful performance coming out from both of these teams. I am so happy to be able to witness this. Thank you guys all for watching the stream. Unfortunately, this is going to be it for today. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. We're going to be here again on Monday. Monday, it is going to be NOVACORE between NOVACORE and Bloodhounds. Tuesday and Wednesday, potentially, we are going to have the winner of that series go up against Blythe. And Thursday is going to be the grand finals. That was so extremely close. Thank you guys all for watching the stream. Kohari, Looney, Mad for chatting in the chat. Animal also for being here. Emily, I know you're watching out there. Lucy Estes is here too. Thank you guys all. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.